Welcome back, Beowulf Nation. I'm Beowulf, back at it with another jet ski video, and taking out my 2018 SeaDoo RXP X 300. Man, it's like 78 out. You can tell the weather. Looks like it's gonna rain. It's actually pretty windy out right now. That's a huge storm coming in for North Carolina right there. I'm in North Myrtle Beach. Nobody's out today. I think there's one other boat launched here. The crazy thing is temperature's gonna drop for the next couple of days, getting down to like mid 60s and then come back up. So I figured, hey, gotta get out today. Joey went 78. If I go out when it's in the 60s, it's time to bust out the wetsuit. So I figure let's get out there and let's see what this thing runs. I have exactly 70 hours on this. I've had it since the mid part of 2018. So I've had it, what, let's say a year and a half. That gets it right. Now I have a October giveaway that's on. It's going to end on October 31st. It's totally free to enter. Stay to the end of the video, find out what I'm giving away and how to enter to get into the giveaway. I do monthly giveaways. If you're new to the channel, you've never seen me, I am Beowulf. I do jet ski videos primarily. I try to change up, doing other things too. But I know you guys love seeing these jet ski videos. So out here today. Also too, if you haven't seen a couple of my last videos, I raced that 2,000 horsepower cigarette boat. That was epic. I'm so happy. I was in my Yamaha GP 1800R. They gave it a challenge. Now I want to just quickly address, because we're in the no wake zone, I got a little time to chitty chatter, talk about stuff. Past video I did a couple back, I was talking about how the open loop the closed loop cooling on the SeaDoos is junk, and it is. If you look at Yamaha's, even my GP 1800R, there's a modification allow even more water in there, and that's open loop cooling once you start modifying it. And that is definitely why you should be changing, if you're modifying this, if you want to get the full potential. Riva sells a kit, and I'm not being paid to tell you this, I'm just telling you from my experience, because I've learned between all my SeaDoos I've owned with the 300 engine, it's goofy engine. You have to run like less than half the oil in it. You know, riding the thing without a seat is not intelligent, especially when you go out this far. I mean, I like to sit down. I don't like to stand the whole entire time, especially with the ride I do. You don't want to get water inside the hull. And also too, anybody who tries that, I mean, do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. But it's a trickery that a lot of these people out there, I won't say names, try to show numbers of claiming their parts. And I know it's not anything to do with Riva racing, so I'll tell you that. But you guys can kind of do your research. It's a cheating way of showing what the jet ski could potentially do speed-wise. If you look at my Yamaha GP 1800R, going this way, going that way, front and back, it's always running the same speed. You don't have to take the seat off. Also too, the issues I have going on is because of being a closed loop cooling. You could spend the money and buy the intercooler. I've seen tons of people who have done that. Doing an aftermarket air cooler does not fix the issue. You have to change the open loop cooling, and with the kit that Riva sells, there's different fitments for different temperature water where you adjust to it, and I highly recommend it if you're doing it. It's a mod, it's on the list going on with this. Enough chit chatter, let's get out here. I can continue talking about that once I get farther down the waterway, because let's see how this thing runs. It's 78 degrees out, the water is a little cool. I'm letting it just get up to temperature right now. And if you watch past videos, a lot of it's not heat soaked or what's going on, because I'll go on the tail end of the video heading back, and then the thing's going to full potential speed. So that don't make any sense. And again, to anybody who says that, my Yamaha runs the same speed all the time. So, you know, you got Kawasaki that's open loop cooling, you got Yamaha that's open loop cooling. SeaDoo is the only people still doing that. But I'm glad to be out here in my RXP X 300, tearing up the Intercoastal Waterway. Let's do it. super brisk. I was hot, and now I'm freezing cold. Wipe that lens. That's what I'm trying to get at. You go this way, we're going north, and I think I glanced down slightly, 78 miles per hour. We're doing 74, 75 going south. Because again, what I'm trying to explain to people, the thing was heat soaked. You just saw me for like what? The last 5 minutes zipping around in circles and then go straight, and the thing runs fast. Not heat soaked. And this is like where I get the most frustrated. I like SeaDoo. I don't think SeaDoo's junk, but I'm just like, there's so much modifications I've done in my RXP X, and it's part of the game once you go faster. But the reality is this modification has to be done, is changing open loop cooling is the failure of SeaDoo, what their design. You know, it's funny is they sell it, say it's a, you know, closed loop cooling, but your exhaust and the intercooler is still sharing with the water flowing through there. That's what the nozzle is in the back when you flush it. You're not flushing it because it's the cooling the engine or going through that, like you would do like on my SeaDoo or a Kawasaki. And actually, the crazy thing too, if you look, maybe just because Kawasaki's is not that popular. I was watching a video, so Kawasaki has it. There's supercharged ones. You have one flush that flushes the intercooler, and then another one for the supercharged, and then another flush that flushes the engine or the intercooler. The first flush is for the intercooler and the exhaust, and the second flush is for the engine. They're both separate. You don't do it at the same time. And that's where you're connecting that back in there, is flushing it. And if you have one that's a SeaDoo that's not supercharged, you're just flushing the exhaust. So if you're in fresh water like this, you obviously wouldn't have to flush afterwards. And that's partly what ends up having this carbon seal issue on the SeaDoos, is flushing it too long out of the water. And also too, you can have an issue of, you know, you hit something out here, like the jet ski gets hit, moves around the engine a little bit or whatnot. You could have an issue, I guess, with that. I've seen that happen. So that's kind of what my rant is. I mean, it's kind of like, but you even look at earlier videos, like the interesting thing that just flashback is when I raced that 2,000 horsepower cigarette boat last year. That was like a couple days before Hurricane Florence hit. Behind me. The interesting thing is that only had a few modifications. No ECU reflash, and again, the ski was always never staying at the same speed. And that's when it was lightly, the RXT-X was lightly modified, and it's because of a cooling issue. Not anything to do with the intercooler. I just know from my experience with modifying cars, it's really, it matters all the kind of upgrades you're doing before you go doing the intercooler upgrade, but also it's like cooling the engine's the most important thing. Because you got to remember, it's like, it's a double-sided sword. We're talking about this, is the cooling of all these are completely different than a car, so you can't really compare anything, the reality with that. But that's just stuff to take in effect, thinking about this, modifying these. It's just frustrating because, you know, you have the Yamaha, I put a lot, well, no, barely anything into it, and the thing runs like a champ, over 80 miles per hour all day long. Doesn't matter if it has hardly any gas, full tank of gas. So any of my viewers, you're trying to look for your best bang for the buck modifying, and all around fuel mileage, I'd have to say the GP 1800R takes the win. And I might upset all of you SeaDoo fans, but it's just the reality. I've owned a lot of machines. I've had a 2018 SeaDoo GTR-X 230. I had the RXT-X 300. I put over 100 hours on the machine in like less than a year of owning it. I had this, my RXP X 300. My first technically jet ski I've ever owned was a 1996 Yamaha Wave Venture, and that thing was like super old, and we sold it a couple of years back. that thing still ran like the day it was brand new. That's just the reality. But up ran it. Got a little ways to go. Massive boat coming. So that's why also too, you gotta be careful when you're jumping waves here. I've said this in past videos. You can see how low the tide is. It's pretty low right here. And it's a first coming down this way, going so slow. They got like a go-kart track up there and stuff. But it's a nice little ride. The temperature, it's pretty decent, like low 70s. Hey, check it out. We even see an orca out here. I don't know if you guys see any of this stuff when I'm going so fast down the intercoastal waterway, but it's all here. Well, I should start jetting back before it gets too dark, and I don't even know if that's Coast Guard or whatnot. I got no lights on this, so I don't know if that boat even sees me. But a lot of people, if you didn't know, like in the stages that Riva sells, modifying, if you go to stage 3, you have to change to open loop cooling. So this is stage 2 with a little bit more extra stuff than what a stage 2 would run. That's why I'm saying that you have to change to it. It's buying an intercooler, I don't think it's gonna fix the issue at all. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So October's giveaway, I've assigned Dennis Rodman when he played Chicago Bulls during the championship back in the 90s. Got a signed photo. That's the giveaway. How to enter, just be subscribed, like the videos, comment on the videos. I'll pick a winner on October 31st. That's Halloween. Another epic video. Honestly, I'm being out there too. I didn't see any trash that I need to pick up. So remember, every day is Earth Day. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit it. Make sure you smash it. Also, too, pick up some of your I Am Beowulf merch. Got the hats, got tank tops, t-shirts, hoodies. Hoodies are nice, man. Getting a little chilly. It's still 70 degrees here, so it's not super cold. There's some other places that are really cold. So make sure you check out some of the I Am Beowulf merch at IamBeowulf.com. I got 10% going on the website right now. You just put in all caps Beowulf, get 10% off at the checkout. Make sure to check out my Amazon store too at amazon.com/shop/IamBeowulf. Be driven to win. I'll see you guys back in the next one. Peace out, Beowulf Nation.